This is not music. Hey, Ed. What's up, my people? I don't know why I was in the mood with this song. I'm in the mood with this song. All right, you need some motivation. I'm your guy. Because I need some too. I need some too. The phone is also telling me Facebook is popping. That's kind of lively, right? That's going to get us in the mood. That's going to get us going. Outcast can get you going this morning. What do you think? All right, I like it. I like the attitude. I like the positivity. I like the mood. But sometimes we got to turn it around. Sometimes we got to turn it around. It's easy to wake up on a flat note. Taryn, Lydia, Tam, Zach. It's a good day. We're going to make it a good day. We don't have a choice. Outcast is getting us going. Welcome. Welcome to the road to 1 million, my people. Welcome to the road to 1 million. Steven, what's happening? What's happening? You know what? It's easy to wake up on kind of a flat note and be like, the day. I'm dreading the day. But you know what? There's about 5 or 6 that I'm dreading. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, whoa, a little shaky video there. Hello. Are we good? Video's shaky. What's going on? Can everybody see me? Can you see me? Video's choppy today. I thought we had the internet thing solved. I might have too many windows open. I'm not sure. But let me know if you guys are still there. Let me know. Let me know. Dang. Back to choppy video. We're doing so well. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? My phone's going crazy. Hold on. What is that? Hold on, my people. I'm sorry. Turn that down. Ugh. Okay. I may have fixed the problem. I hope I fixed the problem. Are you guys there? Are we good? Are we good? All right. I think we're good. Okay. Good. All right. Everybody's good. Thanks for giving me that update, Ange. All right. I was just saying, it's easy to wake up on a flat note sometimes. It's easy to dread some of the necessary evils or things that you have to do. And I think, you know, just as a little pointer, why don't you try to tackle those first? I think that's what I'm going to do today. I got some calls I need to make. I got some grumpy investors. I got some other things I need to clear. I think I'm going to just attack them. I'm just going to attack them. I'm going to take my bullets. I'm going to take the torpedoes and hopefully, like, I'm sure I'll feel better after I do. So whatever it is, get after it. Whatever it is, take it head on. Because today I'm gonna give you these 10 tips, and it's kind of an interpretation. But this list originally came, from a list of this is interesting. A list of attributes that were listed by Lyndon Johnson, President Lyndon Johnson, years and years ago, 60, 70 years ago. Somebody published this list that he kind of was his rules of thumb that helped him win friends, influence people, win elections, that kind of thing. And so I borrowed that list and I kind of tweaked it a little bit, but it's golden. It's golden 70 years later. And I got it for you guys. And so If you want to take notes, you can. If you want Marlon to type it up and shoot it out to you, you can do that too. But let's get into it because I think it's brilliant. Okay, it's just like his own 10 Commandments, I guess. Maybe for lack of a better term, that's what we'll do. Did I say good morning to Lupe? Good morning, Lupe. I hope I acknowledged everybody that's live. You guys, this was pretty incredible. Hey, Latanya, it's pretty incredible how many views we're getting every day. By the end of the day, I think like hundreds and hundreds. So not only do we attend this church meeting every morning, all of us, but a whole bunch of folks are watching church on tape later on in the day. So that's good, right? All right, if we can move some people to some positive action and help each other, that's what we're going to do. So let's get right into it. LBJ's, call him his 10 Commandments, for lack of a better term. All right, number 1. Oh, man, this is just fundamental stuff. You know it, but somebody needs to remind you. And here I am, Mr. Reminder. Number 1, learn to remember names. Oh, man. Do you know how important that is? Learn to remember names. Now, he was a politician. Imagine how many names he learned or ran across every day and had to practice some kind of skill to remember those names. If you become good at remembering names, become proficient at remembering people's names, boy, oh boy, will your sales and your personal and your connections be so much stronger. Imagine that. Imagine if you had a technique for remembering every name. How strong would you be? All right, so I'll just give you guys a little tip. I have this book called How to Memorize Anything, except I forgot where I put it. That cracks me up. I tell that one to my kids all the time. There's this great book called How to Remember Anything, I think it's called. And what it teaches is when you meet someone, hope I don't choke to death here. When you meet someone, immediately stick a picture of what their name reminds you of on their forehead. Okay, think about that. See, the book talks about how we think in pictures. We don't think in words. Think about any thoughts you have. If I say dog, you don't think of D-O-G. You think of whatever kind of dog first comes to mind. The picture of it, the video of it, right, Lydia? So immediately when you meet someone, stick a picture of whatever that name and that person or that look or whatever reminds you of, and the image of what you stuck on their forehead actually reminds you of what their name is. It's the strangest thing. Try it. Try it today when you meet some people. I'm going to an event. I'm going to an event today. I told you guys I'm getting out and I'm getting social. I'm giving out a crap load of cards. This is how many cards I'm giving out today. Look at that. These are all Daron Campbell cards with my pretty face. I'm giving them all out today. I'm going to an event. I'm going to an event and I'm coming home with no cards. But anyway, the point is I'm going to meet 50 or 75 or 100 people today. Now what I'm going to practice is I'm going to greet them. I'm going to learn their name. I'm going to look them square in the eyes. And then I'm going to stick something on their forehead of whatever image comes to mind that will trigger their name for me. Try it. Try it. It actually works. I've done it before. Okay, so that is that's number 1. I can go on and on and on. We'll get into some memory stuff because I got lots of tricks from that book. As a matter of fact, when I can remember the name of the book, I'm going to tell you guys what it is and who the author is. But it's got some really cool techniques. But practice that. Remember names. If you could just walk up to people, if people see you on the street, they see you in the market, they see you in the mall, and you got their name like that, boom, you're strong. You're very strong. Because, you see, they say that the most beautiful music to a person's ear is the sound of their own name. Now, if you think about that, and you get proficient at using people's names, learning their name, remembering their name, and using their name. Another tactic is immediately use the name, by the way. So put an image on their forehead, but then immediately use their name. My name is Karen. Hi, nice to meet you, Karen. Boom. And I'm putting an image. I'm putting something on you. I'm sticking a mental image of something that makes me think of you on your head. And I'll remember that. And it has something to do with what your name sounds like or what have you. Well, I'll tell you more later. Remember names. Number 2, we're getting back to the LBJ list. Be a comfortable person. A comfortable person who's not choking to death. Be a comfortable person. What does that mean? It means be a person that is easy to be around. Does that make sense? So many of us are, are edgy or not friendly or not warm. You know how you can be sometimes, right? Sometimes you're just not being warm and friendly, right? So number 2 is be a comfortable person to be around. That's huge. Think about it. Number 3, learn relaxed and easygoing communication. I think that's what that was. Learn relaxed. I can't even read my notes very well. Learn to be relaxed and easygoing. That's what it is. Learn to be relaxed and easygoing, meaning just dial it down a little bit so that people don't get on edge when you're around. Think about that. That's Lyndon Johnson. If you think about it, if you ever saw anything about Lyndon Johnson, he was like this cool Southerner. He was from Texas. And if you think about him, you go relaxed and easygoing. That makes sense. That sounds like him. All right, number 4, don't be egotistical. Ooh, I got to work on that one. Egotistical. Don't be egotistical. So if you tuck away your ego, if you tuck away your ego and don't bring that into the equation, then you become so much more easy to communicate with. You become so much more easy for people to talk to and share and confide with. Leave your ego at the door. That's a great metaphor. Check your ego at the door. I think you'll win more friends, you'll win more clients, you'll influence more people, you'll be better. You'll be better. Let's keep going. Number 5, be interesting. Oh man. Now that might be easier said than done, but it's really not. If you think about it, you are interesting. You have interesting attributes. You have interesting hobbies. So does everyone else. But be interesting, meaning like be somebody that somebody wants to learn about or converse about. If you in your interactions every day, you could be plain vanilla and be standoffish to the world. I find that more than half the people out there, I think, are a little bit standoffish, particularly to strangers. But I am like, I practice disarming folks and speaking when they don't want to speak. Like going in an elevator one day. You look at how everybody gets in the elevator and stiffens up and they all look up at the number or look down at the board of the numbers or buttons. I make it a habit to talk to people. Just strike up a conversation in the elevator. It's pretty funny because every time I get a positive response. Every time. It's shocking to some people. It's a little surprising to some people. It's a little off-putting to some people. But they always respond in kind. So that goes toward the be interesting conversation. Be interesting. Number 6, get the abrasiveness out of your personality. Whoa. How many of us need to work on that? How many of us work on that? Get the abrasiveness out of your personality. Like so many people are like sharp or curt or abrasive or chilly or act like, enemy before friend. You're an enemy until you're a friend. Well, what if you flip that around? What if people were your friend until they were your enemy? Give them a chance to be the friend first. I think we walk around in this world, everybody in the gym now got their headphones on. They don't want to look at anybody. They don't want to talk to anybody. Our impetus is now to avoid interaction and avoid communication and warmth. Let's be the opposite. Why don't we be the opposite? See, because we depend on people. We depend on people and their approval and their liking us for our business. Now, if you were just a computer programmer and you spent your life behind a desk and you made your $1 million typing a program, then you don't need to practice these skills. But if you're in the business of interacting, and if that's how you make a living, you need to practice these things. All right, let's see what else LBJ had for us. Oh man, here's a big one. Number 7, heal Heal every misunderstanding that you have or have had. Oh man, oh man. Do I have a list of those? Heal every misunderstanding that you have or have had that's still kind of hanging out there. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I got some of them, so I got to go back and try to heal some of those things. So that's a big one. If you can pull that one off, you go a long way in life. You know, there's some people out there that you think are mad at you. There's some people out there you think aren't speaking to you anymore. There's some people out there that you think you have like big differences with. I called 2 people who I hadn't spoken to in a long time, and I didn't know what the reaction was going to be because I really don't remember how we left off. I just know it's been a long time. Guess what? Bam, just like that. Right back to good feelings, warm feelings. Hey, man, I'm so glad you called. Wait a minute. In the last 2 days, I called 4 people who I haven't spoken to in well over a year, some of them more than 2 years. All 4 were positive, 100%. All 4 were positive, and 2 of them, back to back, said, I was just thinking about you. I go, what? How crazy is that? 2 of them said, I was just thinking about you. I'm so glad you called. Man, how about that? So let's practice number 7. Number 7, though, you were talking about your sphere of influence. All you got to do is go back in your sphere of influence and talk to the people you haven't talked to in a while. I bet you come up with some business. How about that? Think about it. How long is your list of people who you still got something hanging out there with? Go back. All right, number 8. Practice liking people until you learn to do it naturally. Wow, how about that, abrasive people? Practice liking people until you learn to do it naturally. Some of us just don't like folks. Some of us just are like mad at the world. Some of us just think we got dealt a bad hand and it's everybody else's fault. Try this one on. Practice liking people until it becomes natural. Ooh, that's a good habit. I love that one. I love that one. Number 9. Number 9 says, never miss an opportunity to express congratulations or express sympathy when appropriate. Okay, now think about this, people. Think about this. How many times do we hear about an accomplishment? Hey, Tracy, how many times do we hear somebody did something good? How many times do we hear that somebody won or graduated and we think, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Or we think, whatever. Or we think, little hateration. Instead, how about we make it a point to congratulate them? How many times on the flip side? How many times has somebody lost? Hey, Dave Serpa, what's up? How many times has somebody had a loss? How many times has somebody had a defeat? How many times has somebody had something a little sad happen to them and you saw other people saying, oh, I apologize or my condolences, and you didn't? Come on, you guys. We could be better than that. We could be bigger than that. Do both sides of that equation. Somebody wins something, somebody kicks some butt. Dave Serpa is recruiting all kinds of folks in the EXP. Congratulations, Dave. Reach out and say that to somebody. You know, Zach is on this call. Zach is freaking helping folks with no compensation in all kinds of ways. Reach out and say, hey, good job, Zach. Congratulations. Somebody passed away, a relative of somebody. You didn't even know the person that passed away. Reach out and say, hey, man, I feel sorry for your loss. I apologize. I hope you feel better. Hope things go a little better for you. Is there anything I could do for you? Man, if we just practice that, if we practice those things, I mean, you know how much warmer the world and people will feel about us? And you know how far that goes? You know how people, they'll think about you in such a different light. What's that saying by Maya Angelou? People won't remember what you said, and they don't necessarily remember what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Wow, think about that. Now, if you gave everybody who deserved it, hey, Latanya, if you gave everybody who deserved it a word of congratulations, and everybody who needed it a word of condolences or empathy, you know how strong your sphere would be? Come on, some people struggle figuring out who their sphere of influence is, and the thing is, you're just not reaching out to them. You're not showing them any love. Why don't you try that? Why don't you try that and watch your business soar? Watch your goodwill go. What's up, T? Glad you're here. All right, that's number 9. We're on the Lyndon Baines Johnson 10 Commandments of winning friends and influencing people. And then now we're on number 10. Now this is an interesting one because you got to think about it in order to execute this one. It says, give spiritual strength to people and they'll give you true affection. Wow. So think about that. Give spiritual strength to people and they'll give you true affection. Man, we're spreading the love, you guys. That's all this is. That's all this is we're spreading the love. Okay, I'm going to recap because some of you jumped on late. I'm going to recap the 10 things that Lyndon Baines Johnson used to influence people and grow the audience and the people who cared about him and who eventually just elected him and made him an electable, lovable politician. All right, we're going to go through them real quick because, wow, I've been 20 minutes already. Number 1 is learn to remember names. Number 2, be a comfortable person to be around. Number 3, learn to be relaxed and easygoing. Number 4, don't be egotistical. Number 5, be interesting. Number 6, get the abrasiveness out of your personality. Number 7, heal every misunderstanding you have had or have. Oh my God. Number 8, practice liking people until you learn to do it naturally. Whoa, that's heavy. Number 9, never miss an opportunity to express congratulations or sympathy when appropriate. And number 10, give spiritual strength to people and they'll give you true affection. Man, if that stuff isn't gold, you guys, and I'm telling you, that's Lyndon Johnson's list. And so that makes it well over 70 years old. It's golden stuff. And, you know, I just think we gotta all get better at this kind of thing. And if we practice that stuff, all this stuff about who's your sphere of influence and who do you know and who do you know, you don't know who to call and all that, people will call you. Embody these kinds of things and people will reach out to you. Why? Because you make them feel good, right? And so business comes naturally after that. When you know how we talk about business is personal, well, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you make it personal. This is how you make it personal. There's no mystery about how to get business. People do business with people they like. These 10 commandments will make people like you more. Become this, and people are going to naturally like you. And when people naturally like you, you're who they reach out to when it's time to do the kind of business that you do. How crazy is that? Shocking even, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's easy. That's some easy stuff. And if we could all just incorporate that in, if you guys need that list, if you want Marlon to type it out and shoot you a copy of it or email it to you, fine, say so on the chat box. But otherwise, let's plug that stuff into our business and watch business proliferate, watch business grow. We could do this. That's part of, look, the road to $1 million, you guys, is not just about making $1 million. It's about becoming $1 million person. How about that? Business is personal, so when you get good with the personal, the business follows. Wow, you can plug in all the business principles I teach you, but if you're a crappy person, they won't work. But you combine a good person, follow these 10 things, with some business acumen, some of these skill sets we plug in, oh boy, you're gonna be powerful. How about that? That makes you feel good. That's gonna make other people feel good. That's gonna make them love you. That's gonna make them do business with you. That is a lot of fun, don't you think? Outcast thinks so. Ladies and gentlemen, that's today's lesson. I'm Daron Campbell. I'm your real estate mentor, and I'll see all of you at the top. Peace. Make it a great day. Good job, Angie. Everybody have a good day. Peace.